way to Grampy's, always such good company. It's the only place to be.
Where?
Over at Grampy's house. Da-dee-dee-da-dee, it never is too late. Da-dee-dee-da-dee, he will always wait. And when everybody's resting, he is always full of pep. Everybody's gonna be
Where?
over at Grampy's house.
Betty Boop.
Thank you. Dear Betty, I'm giving a little party. Come right over, bring the gang. Grampy! Woo! Such a darling. I'm on my way to Grampy. Always such good company. It's the only place to be. Over at Grampy's house. So I'm on my way to Grampy's. For he always treats me nice. Always something on the ice.
Where?
Over at Grampy's house. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-dee. It never is too late. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-dee. It will always wait. And when everybody's
Gonna be where?
over at Grampy's house. So we're on our way to
Wait for me,
Grampy's.
Betty.
Always such good company. Over at Grampy's house. So we're on our way to Grampy. For he always treats us nice. Always something on the ice.
Where?
Over at Grampy's house. Da-da-dee-da-da-dee. It never is too late. Da-da-dee-da-da-dee. He will always wait. And when everybody's resting, he's always full of pep.
Everybody's gonna be
Right
here at Grampy's house.
That must be Betty and the gang.
Okay, boys, come on in. Hello, Grampy dear. I brought you some company.
How do you do?
Howdy. Howdy. Hello.
Hiya, Grampy.
Hello. Hello.
How do you do, Grampy? Hey!
Come on, folks. Have some punch.
Oh, what an idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks. Down the hatch.
Oh,
Serve the cake, Betty.
I sure will.
Thanks.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Is that good? Say, Grampy, how about some music?
Music? Music? No. Let me think. No. Music. Music. Wait, Oh, music. Oh, dear. Oh! I've got it.
And a one fish, two fish. And a one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Okay, sound check is good on Twitch. Let's just take a peek on the YouTube. And a red fish, blue fish. Okay, sound check is good on Twitch. All right, I think YouTube is fine. Let's just take a peek on YouTube over there, by the way. I'm a little at a loss what to do, but I think maybe I'll revisit a kimono. Oops, I'm still echoing somewhere. YouTube over there, by the way. I thought I'd shut that down. There we go. So I think I'm going to bring up a kimono I had started back in, was it May? Actually, 2020 is when I originally started it. But I think I'm revisiting it. I was working on a kimono many years ago, and I just decided I didn't like the way it was working and abandoned it. It's a short kimono robe, actually. So I think I'm bringing that back. Yeah, so let's do that. Where did it go? I'm just really tired today, too, so excuse me. While we whip this out. Are you going to start a new one, or are you going to open up in the one I already have open? Oh, nope, you're starting a new one. Damn it. I guess I could just close you and wait for the other one to open up. Oh, new video should be out tomorrow, part 8. 2 more parts to go. I still have to make the 10th part. The 9th part is the final in the streams, which actually takes the product from very beginning in part 1 to a zip file in part 9. Then I still have to make a little part 10. So part 9 should be out next Tuesday. Tomorrow is part 8. Next Tuesday, part 9. I got to make a part 10, which is kind of go over what the little highlights of actually submitting products to Renderosity, RenderHub, and Daz. So I still got to get around to doing that at some point. I don't know. It's so hard for me to sit down and do stuff, though. Which is the real reason why I spaced out releasing these videos, even though it takes like 15 minutes and a half hour to cut them down and upload them. So anyhow, that's where I left off. I think I'm going to replace that with my Uber bow. Is the plan today. Because I don't know. Going to do some stuff. I'm going to use invisible. I'm going to use my invisible line strip to sew things closed. And then when you get rid of the little invisible parts, they then can undo, is what I'm thinking. And I probably want to do this so that it's shorter. Do I have a shorter version in here already? I don't. So we'll cut it so that it's a really short version, a mid version, and this long version. I think I'll go ahead with these sort of kimono sleeves. I guess officially, should I just make this long? And I got it wrapping over the wrong way. I think I'm going to redo this belt. I think this actually should come over here. So I'm inclined to maybe take these parts. So, you know what? I think I'm going to take the whole belt here. I'm going to duplicate it, move it off to the side. We're going to go hunt down my fake bow. So I'm just going to take, oops. CV. I'm just going to stick that over there. Maybe kind of move you back like that. Let's deactivate that. And Charles won't be here. Not that anybody else is here, but he's got to be at work in the morning. I think we're good. Shift Q, hide that. All right, I'm going to get rid of these parts of this. I need to hunt down that bow again. let me see what we got. It's in a garment file, I think. Or did I save it in a garment file? Let me do file save as. Where are you, by the way? You're in dresses. I think I'll make a kimono project for you. So we are in dresses. What do we got in here? I think tentatively I'm going to call it kimono, but I think I'm going to rename it something else. Eastern Breeze. I don't know, something not too. New folder. There we go. New folder. Kimono. Let's put you down in here. I went too fast. Let's do it. Let's do this. Let's go get my template. Are you my right template? You're not my right template. Are you my template? I think you're my template. Can I not grab all of you? I can't because I'm in the middle of saving. Let's go over here. Licenses and X. What do you mean? What are you whining about, Marvelous Designer? I think my license will be up in November again. What am I doing? Dresses. Nope, templates. Right. Copy all of this. That's better. Now we head over to the dresses. There we go. Let's put it right in here. There we go. I'm just going to paste this all right in there. Paste that. While that's happening. I'm going to come back over here. And I'll just put that right in here. 2025. 2025. Let's make it look more official. You I don't need anymore. Let's put you to the side so I can see chat just in case somebody shows up. So where did I do? Is it bow? Bow 25mm Z Proj. I think that's it. Let's bring that in as a garment. You are just right there in the upper levels of projects. File, import, no file, add. If I say garment, will that let me choose a project file? It does not. Okay, so we got to do file, add, project. Bow knot Z-Pack. Yeah, you're not what I'm looking for. File, add, project. Did I get a... There it is. Let's come over here. I'm looking for, I think it says bow 25mm. There we go. Yeah, we'll put that up there for right now. So let me see, how big is this? 50. Do I want to make it? You know what? Yep, we'll do that. I'm going to adjust this until we get these to say 50. I think I went too far. That is 66. I wish I could see these measurements. Is there a way to show the measurements? Actually, there might be a way to see the measurements while I'm working. Display, maybe it's in display. 2D pattern, show. Viewport. I don't know. Let me Google this. See if I can find it. Marvelous Designer. Show measurements. Nope, to display measurements, select a measurement tool and click on it. I don't want to do that. Maybe display. Marvelous Designer, let's try display. Customize display options for measurement, toggle and define optional enter the garments. Let's take a look at that. Showing. Show 2D links. Is that? Nope. "2D information. Show 2D measurements." That's not what I wanted. Viewport 2D pattern. 2D information. Why are you not showing? I'll just have to do this by hand. All right, it's 54. I'm still off a little bit. It's just kind of tedious to do it this way, isn't it? That says 50. So do you all... Of course you got confused. You all are 25. I should have lined those up like this. "41. 48.6. 53.3. 51.9. Actually, I have an idea. I can try this. Change length. Let's say 50. Okay, I'll do the same thing over here. Change length. 50. Then what I'm going to do is grab these points. Grab these. And then we kind of drag them up this way, and we drag them back till they snap right in there. And one of you stayed behind, because of course you did. And we'll just try to do the same thing over here. All right, those are 50. All right, I think I'm good now. So I'm going to put this in the front. I think it's designed to be in the back by default. But today, I think we'll just move you all around. Dang it. Actually, I think you're in the right spot. I think we're just going to pull you up to the front, right? Probably good. So I think all of this is probably too big. So I think I'm just going to make the whole thing smaller. I'm going to bring you up here. And this time we'll just take it down a little bit. And the idea is I want to get these. So let's hide everything except for these parts right here. I need. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Let's say activate control K. Let's select these ones and just hide them. Then I can just kind of focus on these. Let's take these two and slide them up like that. Let's unfreeze these and let them snap back into place. Oh, you goes on the tops and the bottoms. I didn't need to resize them. Damn it. I had them right to begin with. 25.2. But now I've got a technique that lets me resize these a little bit better. I think that should be good. When we do this, let's freeze everything else. And did I not hide you? I guess I didn't. Dang it. I'm fat fingering like a mofo today. Activate. Deactivate. Shift Q. Shift Q. What are you? Oh, I kept the wrong parts. Let's hide all of this. Or actually, let's just freeze all of that. Part of this looks frozen. There we go. I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to sew this to this. So we'll put a little piece in there, and maybe I will just go ahead and make it longer. I think kind of like that. Let's maybe unfreeze that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an attachment piece, and I think I will run it right along here. At least part of the way from here to here, to have this tacked over to that. So let's say 2, and you know what, I'll go with 2 and 500 for right now. It sets you to quads. And then let's sew kind of maybe starting there. You know, that looks awful. I'm going to make that maybe a little bit wider. So that's about 3. And I lost my point. I think I want to take that. No, why you loop around like that? Arg. Let's try this again. There we go. That's better. So that's fine. Then what I want to do is attach this to somewhere over here, actually. Let's see how this goes. Let's give this a layer. I'll say 10 on that. That way I'll want to come up on the front. Also, let's go ahead and strengthen these just for a little while. Do I have any other layers in here? What are you doing over there? Get back over here. You did not move. Okay, what is your... You are layer 0. You are layer 0. Let's make you 5. So that it wants to sit on front of the other one. Although not really well. It's totally acting like it doesn't really like that. You know, this other part just refuses to... It just doesn't want to sit behind. All right, let's try it. Let's try doing this. So I'm going to just move that in front. Let me see if I can get this thing in here. I'll just move it out like that. So I got to adjust that a little bit. Why are you getting weirdly bunchy over there? There we go. That's better. I think what I want to do is I want to move this sewing up maybe a little bit on this. So we'll do that. Let's see how that goes. Maybe a pinch more. And then maybe I'm going to bring it down. Maybe I'm going to bring them both down. So where I had that was probably good. I just maybe want to lower it over here a little bit. So I'm just going to do that. Then I'm just going to lower it down over there. I think that's going to be good enough. All right, let's work a belt on here. I have a line. It probably has elastic on it. Do I even need you? If we get rid of that, I'll try to just hold it down with the belt. Oh, I got elastic on the back too, don't I? There we go. Although maybe I should put those back and then I'll put the belt on and then I can get rid of those because they'll come in handy for helping squeeze the shape in. So, because I think we can tweak the elastic on that. Then I can put a belt over that, and I can get rid of these. So if I say 100, and we say 70, cinches it in a bit. If we say 60, might be a good starting point. I think I'm going to lower that down a little bit more so this is a little smoother maybe. Maybe something like that. Maybe I want you actually further over, is what I'm now thinking. So that my line, so I need to add maybe a line through here. Maybe kind of over here. Let's try that. I think that's too far over. Not really. I like that. Let's try that. I have to remember to cut and saw all of this because exporting will be disastrous if I don't. So we're going to delete you. And then I'm just going to add that there. Maybe like that. Let's see if we can pull those. It doesn't. I think I'm getting there. Although I think maybe that should be up a little bit given that distance there. So let's see if we can fix that. Aiming for that point. All right, I think I went a little too far. I don't know, maybe I should actually put it up here on my sew over. Let's do that. Where are you? So line that up a little bit. I can't see my, there it is. So maybe pull you up like that. And then I'm going to want to adjust the other side over here. So maybe I just put that right about there as well. It might get better when we put the belt over it. Jesus, that is just being a real butt, isn't it? All right, let's work on the belt a little bit, and then I'll worry about this other stuff. I think I'll just put 350 in the back and try to sew it up to these ends. So let's get all of this showing back up. You know what? I'm just going to leave that. And are you quite... What is the measurement on that? So we need about 440 and 390. You know what? I probably could just use these. Let's just take that. I'm going to orient that. I just went the wrong way, didn't I? I'm just going to try to orient that like that. Bring it into here. Then we'll do the same thing with the other side. We'll sew these ends together. That to that. And okay, I'm going to hide the other parts for right now. You, and you. I'm going to activate and then deactivate pattern sewing and just hide those parts. Then what I need is these. Yeah, my F key didn't work. There we go. That's better. Oops. I need those and these, don't I? Maybe something in there. Are you guys still? You are. Okay, we'll do that. Let's try a little. Oh, I know what happened. I've got this thing set to, let's put the belt so it sits on top. So I think that's better. Although I'm still fighting. And you're still stuck. Oh no, you know what? I should hide this. I should just turn the sleeves off right now. Did you get twisted? All right, that needs a little bit of tightening up. It's probably... Which one are you? You seem really loose. Why are you so loose? You're getting pulled all the way over. Let's see if we can just maybe... Here, let me just do this. I'm just going to type in change length 350. Actually, let's say 360 for right now. Let's stop the sim for a little bit. Oops, I didn't want to go that way. I want to come this way. Change length. And 360. Okay. Take that and just line it up there. I'm going to do the same thing. Change length. 360, it's already going the right way, so I don't have to tweak that too much more. See how that's looking. That might be okay. Let's snuggle that in a little bit better. God damn it. All right, I think I'm getting there. No, you know what? I probably should sew this over to here to help pull that out of the way. And I'm gonna need another one of these little invisibles. So let's put you over there and C and B that. And then what I want to do is kind of run that to there. And then I'll try to snap this one into here. So that's kind of working. We're getting there. Now if I can just get the bottom to play a little nicer. Bottom says, no, I don't want to play nice. I don't know, do I just need to take that sew line down a little? Is that what my deal is? And it could just be the weirdness from the layers. I'm working at the high. Let's go to the medium here. Let's do this. Let's set everything back to 0. Let's see how that works out. I don't know, maybe I should just sew that all the way down. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I need a measurement. Do I have a split in here? I can't see what I'm selecting because it turned green. 821.3. Let's try that on this one. Change length. I think I want to go the other way. 821.3. And then I'm going to just kind of drag that this way. Oh, it went, that was a bad drag, wasn't it? Dun, 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 dun. I think that's good. Let's see how that works out. Oh, I gotta adjust the sewing. Doy. Did I not have, okay, so that sewing's fine. I just, it's Needs to be matched over here, right? What do you mean 801.1? Oh, it's because you're... so what if we start you there? Eighty-eight 21.3 is working. So why aren't you sewing all the way down? Because I got to fix the sewing over here now. That's right. I'm almost there. That's a little better. Okay, I think that's kind of working. Maybe I should move that over and curve it a little bit so it fits a little better. Or that just needs to come over. Okay, Chris is thinking about adjusting the sewing again. Right. 275. $821. Dang it. So 810, 8. Maybe somewhere in there. All right, where am I at now? 781. Change the length. 7. Actually, cancel that. I gotta measure. You are saying 12722, 12635. No, you're saying 5. 546. I need to make it 546. Yo, cheap followers. I do not have cheap followers. I have the best followers. Oh, where's my Twitch? There we are. First time chatter. Bye-bye. All right, what was that number again? I should just type. Uh, 546.3. Change length. 546.3. I don't know which way that went. Why did you go over there? Oh, I know what you did. Yep, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's correct. I probably need to adjust something like that. See, now you're just hanging open too much. Maybe I should just pin this over here and stop screwing around with. And then maybe I'll just put just a simple strap in here to hold it in place. Where are you? You're right there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of both of these for right now. And then I'm going to make, how thick are you right now? $40, we'll put a little 40 in here. Let's say 3 and 40. I'll adjust this later so I can optimize that. And do I want to pull you all the way over? Let's try all the way over, and then maybe we can go back to the other one if we have to. And that is 40. And that is 40. And you just didn't pull over, did you? You know, let's hide this for a second. Can I just deactivate? You know, it might be the elastic. Can I undo the deactivating? Yeah, let's do that. Let's maybe take the elastic off. 1 and 2. Dun 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 dun. Elastic off. You know what, that attachment point's maybe a little low. So if I take you down, maybe I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. It's a little bunchier in there than I actually like. And now one of you has to maybe take that up. All right. I think I'm in the ballpark. If I get rid of that, is it just going to slide goofy? Maybe, but maybe it'll slide all right too. I do kind of want that in there. And maybe I need to sew you over here instead of over there. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Relax out just a little bit. I don't know. I think that might be a little better. Let me see if I can get the sleeves back in now. I should do the sleeves one at a time. You know what? I think that's going to be okay. This is my latest trick. Hide things. They still impact the other stuff. I'm trying to knock that loose. Sometimes the cloth just sticks like super static cling. I'm wondering if I should sew this onto this. Am I near that other line? I'm kind of near that other line. So maybe I will do the same thing. Can I control... If I do this, control D... Do you still have sewing on you? You do. Excellent. And that does kind of give me an anchor over there now. I don't know. I think I might just go with that. Those sleeves are going to be... Do I want to close those up into the armpits or I want to leave them loose? I'm totally going to de-force this. And do I just want to... Do I really want to live with arms, with sleeves like that? I mean, technically they probably would just go straight over, but that doesn't really work with these A poses really well. I don't know. I think that might be good. So the next question is, do I want it to be longer? Let me Google kimonos, take a look. I think they go down to about the ankles. But I'm not doing an authentic kimono either. But maybe, you know what, I think I will just then maybe I can have a mid and then a shorty. And we'll try to just get it down here. So it's sort of a little more faux, even though I'm not going to put a, what is it, an obi? Something like that. Is that the dog from Garfield? Anyhow, let's run these south. Maybe not quite that far. How are you looking? Yeah, I think I'll go with that. All right, let's try to work the bow in here. So so this I'm happy with most of that. I think I'll work with this now. So we've got a lot of and it's just a simple tying bow, no fancy Japanese bows here. Let's control K and just freeze all of that. Now I can just kind of get all of you back into view. Like so. And let's start activating pieces. We'll do them one at a time. Baby steps, baby steps. So let's start with that and let's reactivate. Let's turn you off for a second. Did I switch back? I didn't switch back to, I want it normal. There we go. And activate. And let that kind of pop into place. So that's probably too long. And it's getting really fidgety back there. So let's do that, and let's just make the whole thing shorter. That way. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe something like that. It gets a little finicky in there. You know what? Maybe. Are you set to 5 or are you 10? You're 10. Let's go ahead and make you 5. So hopefully it'll just play a little nicer. Oops. Dang. Picked up so much energy from that little tug. Probably okay. As long as I can get some of the weird. I got that strange kink right there. Let's see if I can get that out of there. There we go. And then when that gets reasonably settled, maybe I can have you just drift back this way a little bit. And I'll just freeze that up. We'll move on to the next one. So what is my measurement? You are 330. You are, so I got to go about 11. Problem is once I start, it loses count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's reactivate you. And let's let you get sorted. Let's turn the strengthening off on that. It's twisting into itself, which is part of the problem, which I don't like. What is my additional thickness? I'm going to tweak that down for a little bit. Normally it would be, let's say, let's set that to 2 for right now. Because it's too high, it just fights itself. I think that might be good. All right, moving along. It got a little weird. I think maybe we'll just make these in shorter. Be nice if it didn't do that. I'm just going to say 0 to the additional thickness for right now. Nope, that's still... It just gets really tight in there and then it doesn't want to move. Maybe what I need to do is strengthen it up. Control F. Does that do what I want it to do? All right, where'd you go? There you are. Oh, where's the, it's over here, isn't it? Here, I'm just going to use the little pinning. That is one nasty. That totally is wrong. Can I flip? I'll have to try to. That is some nasty ass geometry. It only did 5 like one way and it's not doing 5 the other way. Maybe it's because these are frozen. I'll worry about that later. I'm pinning. I want to pin the very end though. And then when I do this, it sort of holds. And then I'm going to freeze you. I'm just going to kind of do the same thing over here. Except I have to activate you first. Let's stop that. Let's do this. No. Let's start that. Oh, Jimmy Christmas. All right, Control F. There we go. Where'd you go? There you are. Are you just upside down? If I do this and then put you in place, are you going to be good? Looks like it. Okay, pin that. All right, it's good. Freeze that. Unfreeze that. unfreeze you. You know, my tolerance, it's just the tolerances. Everything gets so tight. Gets within like the collision zones. Yeah, so maybe I pull you out a little bit. Does that help any? Maybe a wee bit. What if we unfreeze you all? The ends are being held up. That's the reason why they're holding their shape fairly well for right now. Oh, except yeah, I can say I'm not really happy with how that's working out. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I still have the pins in. Let's take the pins out. Where's my additional collision? Can I just set you all to 0? Maybe not. I swear these bow is an adventure every single time. Maybe we go switch to accurate. See if that helps any. All right, that's a lot better. And then it goes crazy. Ah, it was going so well. Maybe we'll settle down. Feel like it's close. All right, let's see if we can get this one to work a little nicer. How are you looking? Yeah, that's just freaking weird. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what that does. That definitely helped. Maybe not 10 though. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seemed like the number it wanted to go to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's still split. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's got an improvement. And I'm just going to try to have to do that over here. 8. Okay. All right, those are looking a lot nicer. And it'll probably impact the bend. Okay, gravity was turned off, wasn't it? You still want to go crazy though. It was going so well. And then we lost it. Yo, Rod Shelley. How are you doing, Rod? I think it's you and me, bud. Charles isn't here tonight. Charles got to work tomorrow. Marvelous Designer is hating on me. I would be done already if it just simulate nicely. What a day. Oh no, not another one of those days. Jess Peachy saw my ear, nose, throat specialist today. That was fun. Oh no. All right, let's try something here. Uh, that is a strap end. Where's the something silk woven? So knit, crate, lace. I've never been able to get these materials right ever since they redid them, and now I have no idea what's what. There used to be a nice silk, and I don't see it anymore. So maybe I can just tweak the pattern of the material myself. Problem is, I don't know what any of this stuff means. Buckling, stiffness, internal. I just want it to be. That's why it was used to be. We're sitting in the exam room, and the assistant comes in and left a device on the table. It had just a long tube coming out of one end and an eyepiece at the other. I can see that. Well, hopefully he didn't say, "All right, now bend over." Wait a minute. My head's up here. uh, oh, there we go. Oh, it was going so well, and then at the last second it said, "Nope, nope." All right, I like that. I'm going to stop it. We're going to freeze that. All right, we'll see how this one works now. Totally not going to work. Is that how you're going to play this? I might call it there. What if I... No, thankfully, but he did stick it up your nose at one point. Uh, didn't find anything bad. Did he find anything when he stuck it up your? But when he did tell him where the stealth bombers were kept, yeah. What was the Dustin Hoffman movie? With the dentist. Laurence Olivier played the evil Nazi dentist. The Running Man. I think wasn't that it? It just doesn't want to play nice. I think this might be as good as it gets. So I think maybe I'll start chopping this up to get it over in the DAS. let's freeze and let's organize the UV mapping a little bit better. So I need some trims on here. I need I think I'll put a little trim on the sleeves. Might have been, but also did a cat scan. They did find a brain in there, but no cats. Well, that was pointless, wasn't it? Well, at least they found the brain. Now, if only they could locate where it happened to Pinky, we would be fine. All right, let's do this. And it still works. And it still works. Bonus points. Offset as an internal line. Let's say 30. Say okay to that. Cut and sew those. Okay. Those I don't need. That I don't need. This I do need. So when I do a cut and sew, these are going to come loose. Damn it. So what are you attached to right now? Bitty, 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 bitty. Right there. Okay, so what happens is when I do a cut and sew on this, it will blow my sewing away. So I have to resew that over there. I don't know, somewhere in here maybe. Now you're trying to find out how to get your Medvac Pro drone controller fixed. I thought you had it working. Oh no. Oh, oogly googly. Where are you located? I don't see you because you're underneath. I want to move this one because I can see it. Maybe not. Why am I not seeing that? That should be on this edge here somewhere. That's the Inspire one. Oh, it flies. It had a few problems. Oh, I see. You got too many drones. Is that it? You can never have too many drones. I'm sorry. That's right. My bad. Offset is an internal line. 5. Okay. Cut and sew that. Take that and that and that and offset as an internal line. And we'll cut and sew those. All right, let's put a little, do a little hem action down here. We'll make those 30s and do that. Oh, like raising or not lowering. You know, that would be bad, right? It's supposed to lower the legs. I get that. Cut and sew. I should have nudged this back. I'll do that now. There we go. And I think I want to put a little seam right here. I keep hitting the wrong button. Oops, I need both of those. Offset those as internal lines. Okie dokie. Oops, that's 30. I'm going to have to undo that. I want that to be 5. Cut and sew. I think I'm probably good. You know what? But the way this is laid out, I think I'm going to rotate these and put them in the middle here. Let's take you all, and only one of you moved. Let's put you all over there. Let's maybe grab all of these and move them out a little ways. Let's tighten this up. Boop, boop, boop. That did not work. Let's try it this way. And then can I fit you into here? I can. I probably should put that off to one side though. It would be easier to select just the belt, right? Yeah, good call, Rod. You probably good. I think that now I just need to sign out some materials. Also, I gotta make the shorty versions. So we want to put a cut through here. So, and to help me out, I'm just going to put a little. I need to put a split down here at 30. You know what? I don't need those. I'm just going to add a line in here. No, I'm not. You're probably fine. Yeah, this is how this is going to work. Let's put you right there. Split. There we go. Let's say 450. Okay. I'm going to hide you for just a second so that I know where I want to put this split right there. So I'm probably going to Yeah, right about there. So maybe we'll lower this down. We'll see where that ends up. Split, 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 split. I don't think I did that right. Try that again. Am I in Z? There we go. Let's say 225. And I put the other one maybe down there. Yeah, it stopped. So I think that's where that is. Maybe a little higher. I think I'll go with that. All right. So I need 411.3. Now the speed of this is going to get painful. Extend trim, point to pattern outline, extend trim and add point to pattern outline, extend trim and point to pattern outline. I need a measurement there, 411.3, 411.3, A-OK. And I guess I need one right in here. Does that go all the way across? I believe it does. All right, let's do the short one now. So you are 275. 275. And then I can just do this. And I think I can just cut and sew these as I go. I'm going to undo that. I think that was 275, right? Can I just cut and sew you, or are you going to line? Yep, I'm going to line. Let's do that. And then do that. Did that work? It did not work. Let's try that again. You know what it is? It's probably hitting the wrong line over there. That's better. Uh, 275. You know, I'm going to just move you over just a little bit while I do this. All right, looking good. I think that's too short. I'm going to probably bring that down. So I'll finish setting this in, and then we'll make it a little bit longer on that shorty. All right, am I good? Do I have all my... I think I've got everything, except I don't have a cut and sew right there. Let's do a quick sanity check. I think those are fine. So I did want these to be lower, so I'm just going to come in here and just slow and painfully nudge these and watch it just take its good sweet time doing this. Probably good enough. I think so. Oh no, that pattern piece did the funky thing again. Hate it when that happens. Sometimes when you move outlines, the inside doesn't stay. Totally not a bug. Totally a feature. I'm going to bring these down a little bit lower. Having selected all of those, I of course then moved only one. Oh, damn you. Haha. Fooled you. You thought you had everything selected, and then when you went to move it, I let you only take the one. I think we'll go with that. All right, let's add some more cut and sew lines in here. I gotta get a little bit of separation for this. Otherwise, I can't see what I'm doing. So the idea is I'm going to grab you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and offset as an internal line. I'm going to go back to doing 30s. I'm going to say okay to that. And then we'll just cut and... Are you all selected? No, it went over here. And then we'll just cut and sew all of that. Okay, there's this little thin piece I got to get right in here. So we're going to select that and that and do the same thing. What are you doing? Are you not cut? You're not cut. Oh no. Oh no. Hopefully we're good now. Okay, and then I gotta get these. Okay, I think that's all good. Let's nudge everything back into shape. I thought I nudged you. I think I nudged points or something stupid like that. Again, I got that issue again with my patterns not lining up. When I do that, it remeshes and it fixes it. So I think we're good with the layout. Look at that. It was frozen and yet somehow ended up moving. All right, let's 2D pattern. Let's go over to the UV editor. Let's reset and fit and okay. I still have a little bit of extra room over here. And I can't quite fit a sleeve in there. Or I would move the sleeves over into here, but that's not the way it's working today. All right, I'm going to hit save. Let's get out of the UV editor. Let me see if I can unfreeze everything but the belt and if it settles nicely. So let's bring everything visible. Let's unfreeze everything. And except for the, I think we should be good. Let's see how this goes. I think that'll do. All right, I still have to give it material names. And we're coming close to 9, so I think we're going to name some material zones and then call it a day. So let's do that. I'm going to call this just a robe because it's not technically quite right as a kimono, even though. So I just call it robe. Sunrise robe, maybe. Have I used sunrise robe? We'll just do that. Actually, let's go shopping at Daz real quick. We'll see what's called sunrise. I do not see any clothing called sunrise. Sunrise robe it is. There we go. I have a name. So we're going to, so instead of top, we're going to say robe. Oh, I have fabrics over here. Do I have a line in here at the top? I got rid of that. So I'm going to say robe 01, 02, and 03. Oops. Uh, right, robe sleeves. Come on. uh, drag and drop. Come on. All right, rope trim, please. Like it's going, you're moving too fast. Stop. Arms. Actually, let's just call you trim 01, trim 02, and trim 03. All right, let's set up colors. There it is. All right. I now have to start setting up the, let's grab these. That's all going to be part of trim 1. Likewise, let's grab those and that. We're getting there. It's 9 o'clock. All right, I'm going to continue with this off stream. I think we're. So I kind of have a kimono going, which, given that it took me 2 hours and I had most of it already done before I started stream, was a little annoying, but that's okay. Thank you for being here, Rod. It's good to see you. Let me read out to somebody. Is there anybody watching besides Rod? That's YouTube. It says one watching. That's probably me. I got 2 watching over on Twitch. You know what? I think I'm just going to call it a day here. So thank you all for being here. Thank you, Rod. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you popping in. I didn't even give you the shout out today. Here we go. Rod Shelley. Did that work? Anyhow, is it Thursday? It's Thursday. I'll be back Saturday, 1 p.m. And then again, 8 p.m. for the Saturday night social. I'll catch you later, Rod. Take care. Hasta la vista.